Welcome back to Midday. We are talking about a really neat fundraiser and project that Kamloops Rotary West is putting on. We have Gary Souls joining us, who is a part of Kamloops West Rotary. Thanks for being here, Gary.
Thank you.
We also have Angela joining us right here, who is the chairman of the project that we're talking about, the Zimbabwe project. Thanks for joining us, Angela.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. So we want you guys to explain a little bit about this Zimbabwe project. If maybe we can start with you, Angela, just because
Sure.
you are the chairman. Talk a little bit about the project. What is it geared towards, and what is it about?
Sure. So the Zimbabwe project is a local grassroots organization in Vernon, is where we're located.
Okay.
And so our focus is sustainable businesses as well as community development.
Okay.
So we partner with people in rural areas in order to develop small businesses. So chickens and goats and sewing and carpentry, kind of whatever projects they're interested in, we partner with them to create sustainable business. And then along with that comes community development.
Okay.
So wells and gardens and library projects.
Right.
And that's really what we're focusing on today, right? Is
Yeah,
putting in those libraries.
Yeah, so that's the fundraiser that we want to talk about, libraries for literacy. Gary, let me ask you how Rotary is involved in all of this.
We're driving the fundraiser, and with Rotary's matching grants, for every $800 we raise, we create a $5,200 library. So it's
Wow.
great, 6.5 times what we can raise creates library. And we're hoping to, not all in this one fundraiser, but to create 24 new libraries for needy schools in rural Zimbabwe.
That's fantastic. How important is that? I mean, I think all of us know the importance of literacy, of reading, of allowing everyone to have access to books and really that knowledge. But Angela, how important is it to ensure that schools in areas that may not always have that privilege get that privilege?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, I think there's lots of great things with that. You know, when I visited one of the areas, we forget because we've seen everything and we know. And so one of the kids was telling me, we were talking about an orange. And if you've never seen an orange and you don't know what an orange is and you don't really know what the color orange is, most of these kids have never even seen a book.
Wow.
And so the importance of having a book and being able to read and hear those stories, but it's seeing things and truly understanding. And so a lot of these areas that we work in, they don't have any books.
Yeah.
And so to be able to have a library where the kids can go and they can read and they can learn, we have seen the pass rates at those schools go from 18% up to 84%.
Wow.
All with just having a library. And so the kids want to learn, and so they need those books. Yeah. They need those libraries. They need those teachers to be able to have the access to those books.
It's funny to think that they've never even seen a book, right? I mean, to us, we can't even really comprehend that, right? Mm-hmm. But incredibly important that they do get their hands on a book and get that knowledge. Gary, so you mentioned that Rotary is matching these funds raised. Is there a specific number that you guys are hoping? I mean, I know you say for every $800 raised, but I mean, what is the hope here to raise what?
Well, we'd like to, on this project, we'd like to raise $10,000. Now that's, if you don't dream big, you got to dream.
Exactly.
So we're going to be somewhere in between there or around there. So that's 12 to 14 libraries, we hope. Yeah. And we've got a silent auction at the fundraiser and a few other things. So it's on March the 30th at the Hal Rogers Center.
Yes, March 30th.
Yeah.
Hal Rogers.
5:30.
For more information, do you have more information that people can go to?
Yeah, you can either phone me at 250-299-1615.
There it is.
Or
you have an email as well, I think, that we have up there. Yeah. Perfect. So this is how you get tickets. Still lots of tickets available, Gary?
Yeah, still tickets available.
Great.
Yeah. And
is this the first fundraiser of its kind that you've done?
First one in this direction, yes, that's for sure. And one of the funny things, or one of the things I did is I was looking for stuff for the auction for Africa theme, and then I So I emailed Robert Bateman because he does famous Africa pictures. And he emailed back and said, yeah, sure, I'd be happy to send you a print. And so he sent it with a value of $1,500 on it. So that's amazing. So that'll be up for auction.
Great. Well, excellent. Well, we wish you the best with this event and raising all those funds. And of course, the importance behind that is it's very, very important. And we appreciate you being here as well, Angela, to reinforce that and give us sort of that inside look into you know, what these kids need over in Zimbabwe and what these schools will hopefully one day get.
Can I mention one more thing?
Yes, of course.
I want to mention that it's such great timing. There's a great movie right now out on Netflix, and it's called The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. If you want to see the importance of a rural village library, this movie is exactly what we do in Zimbabwe. And it's just in Malawi, which is right next door to Zimbabwe. And it's about a boy who, you know, with a library learns to create energy to water their gardens. And it's amazing.
So what is it called again?
It's called The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind.
I gotta check
and it's
that
on
out.
Netflix. So if anybody wants to see why a library is important and how it can change not one person, but an entire community, this movie says it all.
Fantastic. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Excellent. All right, Libraries for Literacy, the fundraiser taking place on March 30th. Make sure you get your tickets. There's information on the screen on how to do so. We're back in a moment. Stay with us.